The weekly special contributing producer Dan Goldblatt takes us to a rescue training event that focused on the perils of agricultural equipment. We learned that without proper precautions, farming can be deadly.
According to a recent report from Purdue University, farming remains one of the deadliest professions in the state, and farm deaths are no longer on the decline. Farmers are constantly exposed to dangerous machinery, large implements, and grueling physical labor. The Indiana Department of Labor reports that every year more than 7% of all Hoosier farmers will experience some type of injury, the highest of any profession in the state. Last month, we caught up with a collaboration of Indiana firefighters and EMTs who are learning the best ways to respond to farming accidents. According to the state's Assistant Fire Marshal, Jim Bennett, the rural firefighters must train for some unique farm injury situations.
Firemen today are multi-trained in so many different fields, not only grain bin entrapments, but confined space rescue, hazardous materials. They're EMTs, they're paramedics, they're ice rescue, they're scuba divers. It just goes on and on and on with the type of training that they have this day and time and the specialties that they're training for.
The inside of a grain bin is one of the most dangerous places on the farm. Farmers often have to climb into the grain-filled bins to scrape clumps of grain from the edges of the silos. While doing this, pockets of air can form underneath the seemingly solid grain, which give way under a farmer's weight, trapping the farmer beneath the grain. Sadly, according to Bennett, by the time firefighters reach people who have fallen into grain, there is little hope for survival.
If a person is buried below the waist, from the waist down, when you try to pull that person out, you're exerting tremendous force on that spinal column, and most often it's going to have an injury.
The best way to remove the grain from the bin when a person is inside is to cut into the bin and allow the grain to spill out. Firefighters attempting this procedure have to deal with grain pouring onto them with force while still sawing through metal to fully open the hole.
You'll take a metal circular saw and you'll make a V-type opening.
Another common farming accident is tractor rollover. Many old tractors are not equipped with rollover protection bars, and many farmers will even remove them from modern equipment. Rescuing a person from a flipped tractor requires firefighters move several tons of machinery off a person who may be already gravely injured. All this while making sure the tractor does not fall back onto the victim or one of the rescuers. The training exercise was put on by Advanced Rescue Solutions, an Indiana company that trains firefighters across the state.
Agriculture in general is a very hazardous occupation.
Rural Hoosier firefighters spend time educating farmers on safety practices throughout the year in hopes an accident can be prevented by practicing common sense safety in a notoriously dangerous profession.
For more information on keeping safe on the farm and information about grain bin rescue techniques, visit our Facebook page where we'll have links and additional video.